After her mother dies, 17-year-old Mary Catherine, or MK, moves in with her eccentric scientist father Professor Bomba, who has spent his life searching for tiny humanoid soldiers called Leafmen in Sherman, Connecticut. They protect the forest near where Bomba lives from wicked creatures called Bogans and their malevolent leader Mandrake. Bomba's determination to find proof of his theories irritates his daughter as she believes it's nonsense, like her mother did, but Bomba assures her he'll find proof. Meanwhile, an independent young Leafman named Nod decides to quit, much to the ire of the no-nonsense leader Ronan, who promised Nod's late father he'd look out for his son. The benevolent fairy queen of the forest, Queen Terra, must choose an heir to her throne and goes out to a field of leaf pods on board her flying barge and escorted by the royal guards, arriving at the field guarded by a laid-back slug named Mub and a wannabe leafman snail named Grub. Immediately after she chooses a pod, the Bogans attack. Terra flees the area with the pod, and though flying Leafman bodyguards do their best to protect her, they are soon overwhelmed by the sheer number of Bogans. Unable to reach the barge and the safety of the guards, while being chased, Ronan arrives for her and the pair fly off on his hummingbird mount. They are then attacked by Mandrake and his son Dagda. Dagda is killed by Ronan, but not until after he shoots Terra. Meanwhile, MK decides to leave after having an argument with Bomba about his research. Before she can leave, Bomba's dog Ozzy runs into the woods. While looking for Ozzy, MK sees Terra falling. Dying, Terra gives her the pod and uses her magic to shrink her. She tells MK to take the pod to Nimgalu, a glowworm wizard, before she dies, and MK joins Ronan and the Leafmen, along with Mub and Grub. Ronan discovers that Nod has entered a race against other creatures and bugs on birds. Nod goes back on a deal with a short-tempered toad gangster named Bufo to throw the race. Before Bufo and his two henchmen can feed Nod to a snake, Ronan intervenes and orders them to leave. A reluctant Nod joins him, MK, Mub, and Grub after hearing about Queen Terra's death, which Bufo overhears. Ronan, Nod, MK, Mub, and Grub eventually track down Nimgalu. He then leads them down to the library, where MK discovers Terra's brief message before shrinking her, and a message that will get her back to normal size. When Ronan leaves, Nod takes MK on a deer ride and they begin to fall for each other. Meanwhile, Mandrake, grieving over his son's death, has the Bogans bring Bufo to him, finding out the location of the pod. Mandrake goes to Nimgaluo's place to steal the pod, which, if it blooms in darkness, will birth a dark prince who will help Mandrake destroy the forest. He takes the pod and kidnaps Mub and Grub. Ronan scolds Nod for not being there to protect the pod. To get into Bogan territory undiscovered, MK, Nod, and Ronan set out to Bomba's house to get some disguises, where MK learns that the Leafmen have deliberately been leading Bomba off their trail. Bomba sees that he has visitors and captures MK, fainting when he sees her. MK marks the location of Moonhaven on a map Bomba has made of the forest before rejoining Nod and Ronan. When they reach the Bogan land, Ronan distracts the Bogans while MK and Nod rescue Mub, Grub, and the pod. Mandrick discovers them and orders the Bogans to stop them. MK, Nod, Mub, and Grub escape alive, but Ronan sacrifices himself to ensure their escape. Before the full moon can sprout the pod at Moonhaven, Mandrick's spats block the light, causing the pod to begin sprouting in darkness. The Leafmen set out to fight the Bogans. MK tries to get help from her father by visiting his various cameras he had set in the forest. However, upon regaining consciousness, Bomba believes that he didn't really see MK and that he has been insane all these years, and shuts down all his cameras. He changes his mind when he sees the red pushpin that MK had put on his map. Bomba is overjoyed to see that he has been right, and he follows MK to Moonhaven. MK uses Bomba's iPod to make bat sounds, luring Mandrick's bats away. Meanwhile, Mub and Nimgaloa try to stop Mandrick from reaching the pod, but are unsuccessful. Just then, Ronan appears, bearing scars and bruises from the Bogans. Mandrick manages to outdo him, but is defended by Nod, who finally realizes the importance of teamwork. Before Mandrick can obtain his victory, the pod blooms in moonlight as Mandrick falls into the burrow of a nearby tree. The chosen heir is the flower child who helped save Terra earlier in the film. Grub becomes a Leafman, Nod and Ronan reconcile, and Nod and MK kiss before MK is returned to her original size. After reuniting with Bomba and becoming his assistant, the human family still keep regular contact with their small friends as they continue the research of their world.
Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please make sure to leave a like, subscribe to the channel and click the bell icon to be notified of future videos. Till the next one, bye.